And welcome back to Evergreen Speedway's Home Track Heroes here on CW11. This segment is brought to you by Bardol. Bardol Manufacturing, located in Seattle, is a world leader in automotive lubricants with oils, additives, and lubricants for your car, truck, boat, or motorized toy. Pick the brand racers around the world rely on. Bardol. Celebrating over 82 years in the business and operating in 90 countries, make Bardol your brand.
Third time's the charm as we go for a third start here. Chadson on the inside, Jaron Gianni on the outside, and green flag is out once again.
That was probably the most equal start by the two. Giannini getting a good run on the outside into turn number one. He's going to try to carry that momentum around Chad Center, and it looks like he's going to be able to do so. So Giannini, the leader going into turn number three, is it side by side from third on back.
Well, we've made it into turn three further than we've made the first two laps on these first stars, and looking good back there, but double file about second through 10th place back there. Now three wide into the corner, they're going to try to make it.
Trace Thompson stuck in the middle of Weber and Holloway, as those are two very competitive cars, as they're both going to split them. Here comes Parker Stevens in the 4 car on the inside, as he's got that car rebuilt from last week's incident.
Nick Carey now looks to the inside of Chad Center for that second spot off the corner. He's going to make that work, and here comes Billy Weber once again, the 28 car.
Yeah, this is unlike the Chad Center we are used to. He's kind of stuck on the outside line, getting freight train on the inside, just can't quite get the power to the metal, and is just kind of hanging bird out there.
You see Trace Thompson, the 54 car, the inside of McNeil now on the 11 machine, and Sinner still falling back here is not what he wants to see early on in this race.
Yeah, not at all. Chad Sinner down almost 6 spots now. As here comes Trace Thompson, the inside. McNeil also trying to get to the inside, but the 11 or Ricky Arnold not quite letting that happen, as we also got the young 33 of Kyle Lang in the mix as well.
Seeing lots of 11s in this picture here. You see the Sinner 11 as well out there as Lang tries to get his nose in on this battle, as 3 veteran drivers. Lang now to the inside of Sinner, and right behind him it looks like Jacob Hyder in that 36 car.
Yeah, Hyder went for quite the ride as through the dirt last week, and he's able to rebound nicely in this week's show. As up front, it is all Giannini out front with Jordan Holloway now into second, and it looks like the 28 Billy Weber trying to follow through.
Giannini's looking very good in this one. Holloway slowly creeping up on the back bumper, but a big run this time by Billy Weber. He's been so strong this year across the Northwest. Whatever track he's gone to in Legend Racing, he has wins at South San Wenatchee already.
Yeah, that 28 car is definitely one to fear if you see it roll through the back pit gate. As Nick Carey in the 30 car, he's rebounded nicely after getting spun out on one of those restarts, getting the full restart ahead of him, and now he's up to 5th spot. He lost a couple spots between Parker Stevens and Billy Weber freight train him on the inside, but he's rebounded very nicely after going for a spin cycle in turn number 2 earlier.
Parker Stevens was so dominant for many years in Legend Racing, took a few years off, back now in that 4th car running the 4th spot. He's picked up wins earlier this year at the Galloway weekend and looks very strong.
Yeah, he is definitely going to be one to keep an eye on, as we have 22 laps remaining this time by from Giannini, as he's kind of checked out on his own little island. Billy Weber, Jordan Holloway, and Parker Stevens are just hanging out there. They're not losing sight of him yet, so one more caution can stack these 4 back up, and that'd be a very entertaining battle between these 4 drivers, plus Trace Thompson and Carey, a few other cars that just aren't that far back out of picture as well.
Giannini is looking good right now, but that second group now starting to really close that gap each and every lap right now, and they got to know they got the pressure there. As you look back in the field here, good battle back there between Brandon Cole and Coonan as they go on put the pressure on the 11 car of Sinner.
Yeah, Chad Sinner definitely just going backwards. Someone must be off that car, maybe missed setup. Maybe he's used to running at nighttime, and this daytime setup just was a little bit off the mark. We got the 2 car. Does look like Tanner Bennett going around. He collects the 43 of Dylan Wolf. So tough break there for Wolf. Just kind of gets collected from, looked like maybe Bennett just carrying a little too much momentum into turn 2, and we'll take another look at it real quick.
Looked like Bryant Carlson was going for a mow job out there on the outside as he drops to the 5/8 track there. Go in the corner there. Oh, yeah, just got a little too low there. And that's the thing about the 3/8 track. You get too low going into turn 1, you're definitely going to lose the handling on the car.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Evergreen Speedway's 3/8 mile is it's definitely got a lot of character, a lot of off-camber corners and random bumps, and it's definitely different if your foot to the left versus the foot to the right, and the car can handle completely different. And when these short wheelbase cars like the Legends get on the track, it can be very tricky for these drivers.
And the tough thing is these cars go so fast on this track, no time to react as you have a lot of built-up cautions in here.
Yeah, so we're going to head back down trackside. Still got a few laps remaining, and that, like we said, it's going to bunch all those leaders back up, so we got some exciting racing ahead of us.
As going to be an interesting start this time. 2 of the faster cars, but not your normal local racers on the front row there. Giannini and Holloway, both those cars are fast cars who have been up and down the West Coast this year.
Yeah, and Billy Weber, Parker Stevens both have A-main victories this year at Evergreen Speedway, so a little bit more experience in the two.
Those front 4 spots, 4 of the best in the West right there. Giannini going to take the green flag, and great start by Giannini on this one as he really pulls away.
Yeah, he on the loud pedal, and Jordan Holloway instantly down to the inside in front of Billy Weber, and Billy Weber's going to give him a little bit of bumper going into turn number 1, too. We got cars around behind. Trace Thompson, ooh, a tough hit there from the 09 of Cole Alton. As you see them, a little bit of hand gestures and going out the windows. We're going to take a look at this replay real quick.
Sign language being taught there by Trace Thompson to Cole Alton there a little bit, and just nowhere for anybody to go there. It looks like contact between Trace Thompson and looked like Ricky Arnold there, and Cole Alton he had nowhere to go, just right there in the side of Trace Thompson's car, and tough break as those drivers all running mid-pack.
Yeah, it looked like Ricky Arnold was checking up to the corner, and Trace Thompson was just all over his back bumper, just had nowhere to go, and Cole Alton came in, track blocked it, nothing he could really do there. Luckily, it wasn't a harder hit than it was driver's door.
And Trace Thompson had a great run last week's show. You saw him out there, a front runner throughout the Northwest, and tough break for him as we're going to go back to another start here. Last time, Giannini, though, looked so strong on that initial start.
And we're going to head to a single file restart now for the Legends, is just trying to get some laps in this time. We still have 20 laps remaining, only 10 down for their A-main event, as Jaron Giannini is going to lead the field to green.
Giannini's been so strong in this one. Holloway right there behind him. Green flag once in hand, and out comes a green flag, and Giannini just shows the power of that car.
Yeah, the 25 just takes off, going off of turn number 4, diving down into turn numbers 1 and 2. But Jordan Holloway, Billy Weber, Parker Stevens, they're also right there. They're not going to let them get away easy.
You see Holloway get downside the dirt that time, and gives a chance for Weber to pull right to his back bumper here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They run there, starting to pull away from those 5th place cars.
Yeah, Kerry's sitting there in 5th in that 30 car. He's had an up and down day for sure, but he's hanging tough, holding on to his spot inside the top 5 with Rick McNeil in the 11 right behind him. But this top 4 group, like you said, 4 of the best in the West, as they are showing why. And Giannini still hanging on to lead. He's calm, cool, and collected. He's not that old either. He's got enough experience underneath him, but he's showing how strong-minded he can be with those 3 strong cars right behind him.
They're using those bumpers for sure. As you see Weber putting the pressure on Holloway that time, and now they're going to pull right at that back bumper of Giannini off of turn number 4 here with 17 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, Parker Stevens sitting there in that 4th spot. He's just kind of biding his time, maybe waiting for a mistake from Billy Weber or Holloway that checks out Billy Weber. He's able to get a run on the outside, but it's just a patience game when these 4 cars are as strong as they are.
Yeah, as you see a little bobble that time by Parker Stevens back there in the 4th spot here, as Stevens now looks to the outside of Weber, can't make it work. Look at the bumper in the back of Billy Weber's car. Just shows you how much he's used that back bumper.
Yeah, it's being used and abused, that's for sure. Parker Stevens trying to find any way around the 28 that he can. Kerry's able to actually catch this group, so we make it a 5-car battle for the race lead. 15 to go. We are halfway.
Halfway through in this one. It's been really the Jaron Giannini show on this race here, but the lap times are starting to pick up a little bit here, and Billy Weber knows it's go time if he wants to do anything here.
Yep, under 15 laps to go. His spotter's telling him, hey, we got to get going. We can't sit behind this 12 car any longer, so he's going to start putting all the pressure he can on Jordan Holloway. This 22-car field, 16 laps down, still really anyone's race. Giannini's been out front, but we've seen with these legend cars how snappy they can be. One little mistake can cost him a race, and with 13 laps to go, he can catch lap traffic pretty easily.
Good battle back there between McNeil and Lang there, and you see the look, that's this 11 car of Sinner trying to battle there. Oh, it's the Cole car of the 25, as he was looking all over the track to get underneath him. Yeah,
he's trying to get way down, but he hit that rumble strip and almost bounced the car completely, but he's able to keep the wheels underneath him. This is a pretty good battle. 33, the young Kyle Lang, I believe he's only 15 years old or so a lot for him to learn still as he ended up on the podium early this year. We'll have to keep an eye on that 33 car as Brandon Cole diving way down to the inside of McNeil going into 1 and 2.
Like we said, that Cole car teammate with Parker Stevens, who's currently in the 4th position. Both those cars set up very identically, and they know how to get around the track. You see Jacob Hyder now, who's racing actually a backup car. Jacob has been so much dominant for so many years, actually sold his equipment, had the opportunity to jump behind the wheel this week and said, sure, I'll take that car.
As we're going to hop back up to the lead 4 with Kerry not far behind, as those front 4 drivers are really nose to tail now with just 10 laps remaining. Giannini has a mirror full.
Giannini right there in the back bumpers, Holloway, and we've talked about those bumpers, and Billy Weber's front and rear bumper really getting used up here on this one as he's all over that back bumper of Holloway, and the laps ticking down here, 10 to go. You got to move. You don't have a whole lot of opportunities on the 3/8 track of Evergreen Speedway.
Yeah, with the possibility of lap traffic, I would not want to let those lead 3 get too far away from me behind Parker Stevens, because one little mistake and he's able to get a run on the outside and carry some momentum around that could really shake up the podium. As we see Billy Weber, he's getting such good drive off. He's all over the back bumper of Holloway as we come by. Just 8 laps remaining for Jaron Giannini.
Jaron Giannini has looked really good this time. And Parker Stevens, it's funny, is Weber trying to put the pressure on Holloway, but he's getting pressure from behind from Parker Stevens there. So he's got to hold off a hard driver to try to get by Holloway as well.
Giannini almost opening up a gap now between him and Jordan Holloway, as Holloway's been so focused on trying to keep the very fast 28 Billy Weber at bay. But I think, you see the back bumper of Billy Weber now hanging off, so that's really show how much these drivers are battling for the top 4. But this is the most spread out we've seen them all race long.
Yeah, I got to keep the eye on that 28 car because that bumper falls off completely. He'll have to go into the pits, so hopefully it hangs on here. Just a few laps left to go, and Holloway has really got his mirror full everywhere. Contact once again with Billy Weber.
Billy Weber all over that back bumper of the 12 of Holloway, and it's not going to be long before that back bumper of the 12 car is going to be hanging off, same way Billy Weber's is. As they continue to battle, and way down low goes Billy Weber in the 28. Somehow is able to keep it off of the 12 of Holloway as they continue to battle, just 5 laps to go.
Jaron Giannini looks in his mirror, sees a smile on his face because he sees what's going on behind him there, and he likes what he sees there because he can just kind of pull away and be calm all by himself as these two cars behind him are really using up their tires on the battle.
Yeah, with just 4 laps remaining, you see lap traffic starting to enter the picture, but this battle for second is all that matters. Billy Weber going almost a lane lower than he can to get around Jordan Holloway, still unable to do so. Tons of pressure being applied to that 12 car, but so far Jordan Holloway's been able to keep him behind.
Billy Weber gets a big run this time down on the inside of Holloway, down off of turn number 3 to the corner, and Weber's going to hold that one now. Let's see if Holloway tries to drop back down below. He doesn't, but now Billy Weber with just 3 laps to go into the second spot.
Yeah, unless he gets some big help from lap traffic, I don't think that Billy Weber will have anything for the 25 of Jaron Giannini, as you see just how big that gap is with just 2 laps remaining, and I don't think Billy Weber's out of the woods yet with Jordan Holloway now all over the back bumper of his car.
Not much of a bumper left on that 28 car of Billy Weber, but he is getting a whole entire rearview mirror for both Parker Stevens and Holloway. But just 2 laps to go this time by. Last lap for Jaron Giannini.
White flag is in the air. A little bit of lap traffic in front of him. That could really shake up the race. He's got to get past these lap cars cleanly if he wants to see that checker flag come off turn number 4. That top 3 is very tight. 1 more corner to go.
Comes across the checkered flag, and your winner going to be Jaron Giannini. Second, Billy Weber. Third, going to be Jordan Holloway. Parker Stevens rounds out your top 4 in this one.
Nick Carey comes home 5th after that spin, so great job for that 30 car to rebound nicely as we're going to head on down to the Angel of Winds winners platform for your interview.
Well, you know what? You held off one of the best legend racers that there is in the Northwest, and he put all kinds of pressure on you all night long. Talk about what it took for you to be able to bring it home first.
Well, we couldn't do it without third generation racing, Peyton Saxon, Parker Heffel, and the whole crew that makes these cars fast. And we had a rough day yesterday, so we came back good.
Billy, just like Jordan, this is a Friday, Saturday night that you have ended up on the podium.
Yeah, great weekend. I truly feel we had the best race car all weekend. We got held up the majority of that race. 5 laps, I think I could have got him. I don't know. My bumper was beat off. I got some damage on that first turn wreck on my rear end. So all in all, I'm happy to be here, happy with our effort. I got to thank Bailey's Automotive, Custom Fab, PMI, Image Auto Body, my wife, my kids, my dad who's busted his butt all weekend changing gears, and I got to thank Bailey's Automotive and Nathan Searles.
Jordan, another great run tonight. Friday, Saturday nights, you end up on the podium both evenings.
Yeah, car felt really good than what it was yesterday. Just got a little tight at the end, but huge thanks to Peyton Saxon and Jaron Giannini and Parker Heffel and Jacob Bishop and Scott Bedford for all they do for me. I wish we could have put it 1 and 2, but 1 and 3 is pretty good. So congrats to him. Thank you for the fans for coming out. Thanks to Evergreen Speedway for putting the Summer Showdown on. I don't know when the next time we're going to come back here, but I know next time we're going to go try to win it again.
All right, any sponsors that you need to shout out for this wonderful weekend you've had?
Just going to give a shout out to my parents. They've done so much for me in my racing career, and I also want to give a huge shout out to Third Generation Racing for providing the best cars on the West Coast. So Peyton Saxon, best crew chief in the West Coast.